And from Longview, we're here at Triangle Bowl for the title match in the scratch division of today's JBT tournament. Tanner Spacey looking to break through for his first career title. Gonna have to do it against one of the very best we've ever had in Marshall Kent. Power versus power. Should be a fun one to watch here. Spacey's first shot, left lane. Wow. Power versus power, and the 5-pin falls to the right in the first frame, but that's all right. They're all gone. Bowled on a Kegel Route 66 pattern, and sort of maybe what we saw with Cortez over in the handicap division we might see over here again in the scratches. It looks like the right side's finally starting to break down a little bit. So you might see a little bit of over-under here developing as the hook spot gets too hooky. And if they move left, they still hit that puddle of oil that the Route 66 pattern has. So we'll see how that plays out between these two bowlers. The familiar form of Marshall Kent here. Going to use just about the full approach, that high backswing, that snap at the foul line, and that picture-perfect balance, and all that gets him an 8 count.
Sweet.
That'll work for you. So far we saw Tanner just a pinch left and barely get the 5 out, and Marshall just a pinch right, and he creeps up high, so it's Cortez all over again.
The light hit is working so well right now.
Somebody crop dusting back here. Crop dusting back here.
Oh, don't blow it in my face! Jeez!
Kids these days.
What are you going to do with them?
Oh.
Marshall Hardin straight at the 4-7. That's the way to do it. You'd be amazed how often this has happened on the damn webcast. Kent looking for his, I believe, 11th career title. He's one of only 2 Pac Northwest bowlers to have 10+ titles. That being Marshall and who? That guy. Cameron Weir is the other 10-time winner out of the Northwest.
Oh.
I quit.
Brittany.
Get up. Wow. I don't think it's a question anymore. I think they do both actually have some over-under going on right now. Is that ball just a pinch left and it floats all the way down the lane. Leaves a tricky little 2-4-5. Marshall, your top seed right now at plus 403. That was a little higher than we thought they do on this Route 66 pattern today, but the more talented bowlers can really carve this pattern up. We'll explain why here in a little bit. No trouble at the spare, so spare's spare to open the title match for Marshall. Tanner has a chance at an early lead here if he can open with the double here in the second frame. Tanner still winless. He has a career high finish of 2nd, and that was just a couple weeks ago up at Milwaukee. So,
well, and you weren't there, but what happened is he had the thumb break.
Yeah, that was a horrible break. These guys,
he had to switch balls before he even got to. It was his last ball of practice.
Right. These bowlers using interchangeable thumbs these days, and that'll happen sometimes.
I said, well, at least you don't switch balls. Like, not yet.
Tanner with a really similar game to Marshall. That high backswing and that pop at the foul line and real good balance. And there you go. Finally a power player with the power shot there as he rips that rack apart. And has that early lead. Tanner qualified 3rd, won the semifinal match 234 to 207 over John Jordan. Before that, he beat Perry Crawl 226 to 189 in round 2. And Perry got by Michaela Douglas in round 1 in a bizarre match where they both opened in the 10th frame, but it was Perry who got away with it. Nice job, Perry. All right. Hey, win's a win. So both bowlers kind of playing on top of each other right now, so it'll be important for, I would think, each bowler to watch each other's shot. Sometimes bowlers like to look away and not watch their opponent, but they're on top of each other with similar games. They might want to watch the way their balls are reading, try and get a clue off of each other. And Tanner pops that 10-pin out to the delight of the crowd.
A little one around it as far as the ball.
I think that Tanner's just a pinch more side, at like, if anything, Marshall's really end over end.
Well, it used to be a lot more end over end.
Yeah. So, be walking onto camera here. We're a little bit left of this pair, so we gotta watch him around here.
He's behind it.
So a flat 10 from Kent there in the third frame, so he's still fishing right now. He got 2 balls to warm up on each of the lanes that we're using here, 29 and 30 in this 32 lane center. I was busy with something else, so I didn't really catch the warm-up shots, but so far he's got a lot of work to do to get that ball zeroed into the pocket here. Hard and straight cross lane. Marshall obviously a great spare shooter. I did see him flag a few 10 pins today though. Not this time. I did also see a lot of pins bounce out of the gutter today. 7-10 on camera might be kind of interesting. See if that happens today. Marshall third in points right now, a really interesting points race in the Northwest as Perry continues to lead that by about 100 points over Cameron, who came on strong in this winter and spring. Marshall behind them, and Tyler Cruz, who opened up the season red hot and cooled off a bit, is in fourth right now with Anthony Douglas right behind him. Those 5 bowlers are exempt for tomorrow's finals. They'll make it into the top 16 no matter what. Marshall, of course, had the dream summer last year. I don't know if you're ever going to see anything like that in youth bowling again. Anything there was to win, he won it. There you go. 20 in the pit on that one, Evan.
Yeah. I got that.
The bowler Marshall's talent, you can look totally lost for 3 frames, and once you do find it, it's perfectly liable to just take it off the sheet from here. So we'll see what happens. 3-bagger to open up for Spacey. 299, the high game of the tournament today. That was by handicap winner Thomas Newt.
I think that Thomas and Cortez might have high.
What about you? I don't think you got 299 for 2 today, Brittany.
I don't think so either.
She opened up with a 180.
Oh, beg your pardon.
Hey now, don't rag me.
That's 340.
I was 195 under.
Game effort. Boom. 4 in a row. So, like Evan said, the last top 5 in Milwaukee was a little bit of a disaster in the title game because of the equipment issues. Got a couple other top 5s besides that, but not that many. So he's
got to be his 4th top 5, I think.
I would put him on the short list of up-and-comers too. I would expect him to have a pretty big year next season. We're going to lose basically all of our quote-unquote stars in the Northwest are all headed off to the Midwest for college.
I'm going to put my money on
We haven't had a female dominate the scratch division in a little while since, well, Shannon was the obvious first one.
Yeah.
And then Brianna started to dominate at the end of her career. Michaela could definitely be one of those. Of course, Allie, Natalie Jimenez bowled more. She could dominate. It was going to push.
It wasn't going to carry it, though.
Yeah, I didn't think push was a problem from there. That ball left the target the whole way, and there's just so much oil in the middle in this pattern. That's a flat 10 almost every time, even for Tanner's power. It's a heavy oil pattern, it's a heavy length pattern, so a lot of volume, a lot of length. Bowlers still have pretty much unlimited hold to the left. And those high rev rate super soaker bowling balls you throw these days carve out a lot of friction to the right. So it's a matter of avoiding the over-under at this point. Grabbing as much of that oil left as you need and watch the strikes fly. Kent can close to within 13 pins of Tanner if he can make it 3 in a row here or in the 5th and 6th. Never exactly a speed demon. He steps off and wants a little more camera time. Joke about it, that's a good thing. If you're not physically mentally ready to throw the ball, back off and do it all over again. Good tip for you youngsters out there. It's one thing Tez doesn't do yet, actually. Tez is still the grab and go bowler. He's just so excited and anxious to get up there. You gotta have the body and mind ready to throw that shot.
What's Tez not do?
Could work a little on the pre-shot routine still.
Hey, it cuts me off all the time.
Oh!
Wow, that's a good shot.
Very nice shot from Marshall. That time the ring in 10. Flat 10's when the ball doesn't have a whole lot of energy and the 6 kind of just lays there into the channel. That time the 6 pin wraps around the top of the 10 pin. That's frustrating. So instead of a chance to make this a single mark game, he's going to be trailing by more than 20 on the bench no matter what he does. Alrighty. Good. Hit him right in the jubblies. He hit him right in the ooh-ooh-bees.
Oh my god.
Why you got jujubes on your ooh-ooh-bees? Steven Tyler, folks.
Juji fruits?
No. Moving right along here, junior tournament. Invitational tomorrow. Like you said, those 5 bowlers exempt. The next 11 after that will play in triple elimination match play for $1,000. It's going to be fun. There we go. So both bowlers pretty much in command of the 1-3 right now. It's just going to be a matter of dialing it in the rest of the way and getting a little carry contest going at the end here. It's advantage Tanner through 5. We'll see what happens on the back half in part 2.